In this video, we are going to use Adobe Illustrator to develop the silhouette that you captured earlier using Adobe Capture. By the end of this video, you should be familiar with scaling the captured vector image, correctly coloring the vector image, and saving the image to the appropriate library. The first step, if I have not already accepted the invite to collaborate on your library, is to accept that invite. So we are going to open Adobe Creative Cloud here on the desktop and accept that invite. And you see here we have two invites, video sample. So we just simply accept that and we're done there. The second important step is to open Adobe Illustrator. And we want to create a new artboard. We want to create a new artboard. I want to use an artboard that is 14 inches wide, and that's because that will be the size of the vinyl medium that we will eventually cut this from. The next important step is to create a shape of a square that is 3 inches by 3 inches. The key point here is that I want to use the Shift button. And the reason I hold the Shift button down while I develop this shape is so that it produces a square rather than a rectangle. And you see here the height and the width are constrained. 3 inches by 3 inches. And then I also want to choose a contrasting color. The next important step is to open the library that we saved the asset to. So we just want to open the library that we saved the asset to, which in this case is video sample. And we're just going to click and drag that asset into the artboard. So you remember the square that we drew, the red square that we drew, was 3 inches by 3 inches. But we also know that the post-it note that we captured was 3 inches by 3 inches. But currently, we can clearly see that it's not 3 inches by 3 inches. And that's because we need to scale the asset to match the red square. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to scale it right now. The key point here to remember is that we want to hold the Shift button. And that way, it maintains the aspect ratio the entire time. And there we go. Sixth important step is to apply the correct color to the fill and the path. So that's the path and that's the fill. Once we've applied the correct color, using the direct selection tool, we can remove any unwanted geometry, such as the post-it note that we no longer need. The eighth important step is to save the newly developed asset. So we want to go back and use our direct selection tool again, and we want to save it to a scaled library. So we have one library for development, one library for scaling, and there it is. It's simply dropped into there, and now we can go back to our original library and we can delete the asset that we no longer require. You should now be familiar with scaling assets that you have captured using Adobe Capture on a device using Adobe Illustrator. Thank you.